And the time has finally arrived. We've all been waiting for season number 4 of The Chosen to be premiering here in South Africa. And we're out here at New Metro. You can see it right there. And we're having an exclusive preview to see the first 2 episodes of season 4. Here's what's great, is that it doesn't stay here. You too can go and watch it at any New Metro nationwide and continue the story of The Chosen. It's going to be a fantastic time. There's some snacks that's going on over here, some cool drinks over there in the background. In a couple of moments, I'll be chatting to some people that are here and get to find out what they're excited about and what they think is going to be happening in season 4. Stick around. Usually hear her on the mornings as she's driving to work between 6 and 9 a.m. And she's joining us here for the screening of The Chosen Season 4. Birgitta Wasserfahr, how are you doing?
See, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm excited. I think there's a lot of excitement for the first 2 episodes. How are you feeling? What's your expectation for tonight?
My expectation is seeing a really well done production and not, sometimes we tend to think, it's going to be a Christian movie. The standard's not going to really be that great, but we know The Chosen have really set the bar. And I'm excited to see this now on the big screen and also all around the world.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of people, there's a couple of people that's coming here saying, I've been watching it since day one. And there's also some people saying, I've never watched it, I've heard about it now, and I want to watch it. Have you watched it before, or are you part of the crew that's catching up now?
No. I've been watching it since season 1, and it's been absolutely amazing. I love how they've scripted this, because if you go onto the app for The Chosen, you can actually go to the background scenes, and then you can understand how the script was actually put together. Different perspectives, Catholic, rabbi, a Jew, different ways of seeing the word and now how it just comes to life. So I've definitely been watching since season 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't been keeping up with everything. So I don't know about you.
Yeah, let's not talk about me. You're the one I'm interviewing, so please. So I think it's going to be a fantastic time. I don't want to keep you too long. There's some popcorn and cool drinks. Go have a good time.
Oh, thank you, Corsi.
Fantastic. Jacques, thank you so much for coming through for the premiere. Are you excited about it? Have you watched the other seasons? What space are you in?
I have only seen the first season. I've missed out on the second and the third season, but I'm really excited. It's been such an honor to get these tickets and just see what's happening. I mean, Dallas Jenkins and the guys have done an amazing job with The Chosen, and just seeing how the word really is put forward visually is incredible to get that story out. It really makes the Bible come alive to me. So really excited.
I mean, there's a lot of people that talk about, Christian productions starting to grow and the quality and the work that they put together. And you spoke a little bit about that. Do you think with it coming to the cinema, there'll be more and more people that will be like, I actually want to check this out. This looks interesting. I've never heard of The Chosen. And we're reaching a whole new group of people that are now coming to witness and experience the gospel.
Absolutely. I think there's always this stigma with Christian media saying it's not the best quality, it's not really cool, but I think Dallas and the guys have done an incredible job bringing quality production to Christian truth and bringing it to, New Metro. This is a reputable place, it's a reputable brand. Come check it out. What are you going to miss out on? Hey, maybe you come look and you're like, nah, it's not for me. But it's good quality, it's really great storytelling, and it draws you in as well. So yeah.
100%, Jacques, it seems like you've got quite an excitement inside of you. I don't want to keep you too long, so I'm going to let you go inside. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Awesome. Thanks, Corsi, for having me. And,
Super.
Have a good one.
Lekker. Thank you very much. Now, if there's one thing that also happened during the afternoon drive with Corsi on Impact 103 is that there were some tickets that were given away. And man, oh man, it was a race. One man definitely won that race, and you made his way through. Peter, it's great to be having you here physically. I'm sure you're very happy to be joining us today.
I'm very, very excited. I must tell you, I appreciate it. Impact made it possible for me and my daughter to be here today. So yes, I'm really excited.
Also, you look like someone that's been following The Chosen since season number 1. Have you been following it, or are you just kind of saying, man, this sounds interesting, I actually want to go check this out?
I heard about Chosen. I've seen some snippets of Chosen. And now when you advertised it, I said, you know what, I have to go and look at all the episodes.
Yeah. Look, you speak about how you're here with your daughter, and I think it's such a special place to be able to journey in faith with young ones together with them. What does it mean for you to be able to just expose your daughter to Christian media, the film that we're about to watch, the station that you listen to, which is something I'm sure when you were young you didn't have access to, and I'm sure it means a lot to have her also be a part of that journey with you.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I actually asked her, babe, do you want to actually join me? She was excited. She says, yes, I'm a Christian, I'm a strong Christian, and I want my daughters to come up in the ways of the Lord. And Chosen, I mean, it's a beautiful movie, and she needs to know her calling. And I think what's important for her, looking at the Chosen, where Jesus Christ actually started from the baptism, walking with the disciples, and maybe she's going to learn something here. And I wanted to be baptized. I wanted to understand what baptism is all about, and I'm excited for her to see this movie now.
Oh man, Peter, look, I don't want to keep you any longer. You should go inside and enjoy it. It's been great to meet you. I'm sure you and your daughter are going to have a fantastic time this evening.
Absolutely.
Awesome stuff. I've got Jonathan with me here, getting ready for season 4 premiere. Jonathan, have you been watching it, like all the previous 3 seasons, or is this like a first time for you?
You know, I must admit, I've been watching it through her.
Okay. So she dragged you into it.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, and is it a thumbs up? Did you pass where she introduced you to? Did you leave her behind?
No, she passed, but I've been watching the episodes, 1 episode, 2 episodes here and there.
Yeah.
Usually work and everything, but I figured today, let's get as much as we can.
Okay, fantastic. You know, one of the things that I love about The Chosen and platforms like Impact 103 is that it takes Christian message and the Bible to people in a beautiful way of medium. And we're seeing it now in the cinemas. Do you think there's a space for Christian media, and do we need more of it, that it actually infiltrates into spaces that people usually are in?
I actually do, and I don't know of many other shows that have made it this far onto mainstream media. So I think it's a good thing that they've actually... I was listening to the interview with the 2... I just forgot their name.
Yeah, with the James, Abe and George.
Yes. And how they managed to break records in the mainstream media. So I definitely think there's people that are underserved, which is something that one of the guys said. But I think it's good. It's great for us.
No, fantastic. It's great to be chatting to you, and I think there's lots of excitement for season 4. I can see it just from your face. You're just like, please, I just want to go inside. Have you watched all the other seasons prior to this?
Yes, I have season 1 to 3. I have watched it.
So what do you think is in season 4? There's a lot of people making speculations if it's the last one, if the crucifixion is going to be in this one, or if there's going to be another 3 seasons. Do you have an idea what we can expect?
Sure. I watched the trailer, and I don't know. I'm just very expectant, for this season ahead. And I do think the crucifixion is going to be in this season. But I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing like seeing the faces of the voices that you sometimes hear on Impact 103. Can you guess who this is? You're probably just like, I don't know who this is. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Charlene Seker. You hear me on Mondays and Tuesdays.
There we go. So now you've got the face to the voice, and we're here at the premiere of The Chosen Season 4. There's a lot of people that are here just excited about the continuation of the story. And I think as someone who's in Christian broadcasting and really sharing the medium of the gospel weekly, how important is it that we translate the scriptures into ways that people are able to actually get into the word? Because some people don't actually open their Bible. Through music, through what we share on Impact Weekly, and through films like this. Why is it so important?
Yeah, I think people just experience God and truth in such different forms. So some people through music, and I think through the media of film, you're able to actually see the humanity of Jesus. And so I think, some people just find Jesus in that way. People that might not want to read their Bibles. So
And I think there's a lot of people that's also going to be watching tonight that have never seen The Chosen. They're kind of like, I've heard about it. I've heard people talking about it, the app and a cell group, they're all talking about it. And you're one of those people. What are you hoping to really get? Because you've heard the trailers, you've heard the stories. I'm sure your brain is kind of going, man, this sounds like really amazing. What do you hope will be the takeaway for people who will come for the first time and get to encounter the gospel in a space like this at the cinema?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's repetitive, but I really do think just seeing who Jesus was, and I'm excited. I've heard so much about The Chosen. I've just never, when you just forget that you should watch something. But I've heard such good things, and I'm excited to just see Jesus in such a human and tangible way. So
Absolutely. Ziggy, episode 1 and 2 of season 4 has just been wrapped up. I mean, lots to take from it. What is something that stood out from you from these first 2 episodes?
I must say the forgiveness at the end. I was just chatting to one of you guys now, and it just blew me away. Realizing that sometimes when you're in life, you never get to hear those words. It doesn't matter how many times you say sorry, you will never hear it. But the repentance. I think that is the biggest first step. Whether you need to forgive someone or whether they need to forgive you, that's just the biggest one.
Yeah, I mean, that moment leading up to when he was asking for forgiveness, it was just like no, actually, I can't say forgive me. Forgiveness is a gift that you give me. I found that to be something that blew my mind. But I think it's really strong messaging in The Chosen that we're seeing. I mean, it feels entertaining and really relaxing, but actually it's got some really strong themes. Do you think that's why people have loved it? I mean, over 200 million people worldwide have watched The Chosen. Do you think it's because it just shares the gospel in that very different spin and light?
I think so. When the first time I saw The Chosen, I was really skeptic. Because I was going through a very bad time, and a friend suggested it to me, and I just realized that they've got something here. It tells it in a different way. There's no romance to this whole thing. It's really spot on, and it's hard facts, and it's Jesus, raw human, and it's that interaction with people, and it's the struggles that I go through daily. So I think that is what reaches people, Chosen reaches people on a human level. It makes Jesus human. And then it exalts him amazingly without people realizing you've just met God. And that blows me away every time.
And it's got still some beautiful humor in between at the same time, which is always so great. I think I'm looking forward to just more and more people starting to come to the cinema and go and watch it for the first time, and even unbelievers just being able to be encountered with this beautiful message of Christ. So I have to ask you, how did you find the first 2 episodes?
It was great. Really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. The theme, of course, forgiveness, especially because we've been talking about it on Impact Radio. So it really hit differently. So I think there's a big message for the world. Yeah,
absolutely. I think it's a powerful theme, and I think many of us, believer or non-believer, it will definitely hit you. And I hope that more people will come to the cinema and watch it. And I'm thinking it's what we can definitely hope for, that even unbelievers will come to the cinema and come and watch The Chosen. And I'll maybe ask this question. You've watched a couple of seasons of The Chosen?
I have.
All of them?
Yes. I watched the last 2 episodes of season 3.
Okay, we'll take
it. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think, for someone who's just hearing about it, why do you think they should be watching The Chosen?
I think someone who's just heard about it should watch The Chosen because it just gives life to the Bible. I think it puts us into the story, and I think also realizing that Jesus and the disciples and everyone of that time, they are real people. Like, it's not just like some fictional characters, but they're real people, and getting into that emotion and understanding a bit of them, I think that's like all the reason to watch. Yeah,
absolutely. It was great to just see them having the same experiences that we have. Verna, we've just wrapped up seeing the first 2 episodes of season 4. Was it as good as what you hoped for it to be?
Awesome. I had some tears flowing. Very good.
And I think for a lot of people, it's kind of like the story is getting bigger, the story is getting deeper. A lot of people are wondering if this is the last season of The Chosen. What do you think we can expect in the rest of the season? You look like an avid watcher of the show.
I watched season 1 and 2. I've skipped season 3, so I have to go back and do that. But it looks like there's going to be a lot of tears in this season. Yeah.
You know, one of the things that really stood out for me in this particular first 2 episodes, without too much spoiler for someone who hasn't watched it, is really just seeing the relationship between Jesus and the disciples. There's something about it that's brewing, despite the pressure and the tension that's also growing from the religious officials and everybody else. For people that would be watching this for the first time, people that have never seen The Chosen, I mean, it's in the cinema, so there's going to be people who don't know anything about the gospel that will experience it. Do you think that this will be something that will reach to them and minister to them, even when they've never heard the gospel and they watch this for the first time? Do you think this will be something that will reach them?
Definitely, particularly the aspect of forgiveness, because as much as I'm a born-again believer, I realize the magnitude of forgiveness and how forgiveness feels when Peter embraced Matthew, and Jesus does that for us. And I believe a lot of people are going to go back and watch from season 1 because of what they've seen here.
Yeah, absolutely. That forgiveness theme was a big one. It was absolutely a big one. Layden, look, the first 2 episodes of season 4. I don't know about you. I got to the end of it and I felt like, wait, no, there has to be more. I'm not ready for it to stop. Was it the same for you?
Absolutely, man. I love The Chosen so much. I've watched like the first 3 seasons like 3 times already. I love it so much. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're really devoted. And I think going into it, you've seen the production value just consistently stay good. First season, second season, third season. Do you think it's a good move for it to come to the cinemas and reach an even wider audience?
Yeah, most definitely. I think today was like the first time I didn't even know there's so many fans of The Chosen. But I think it's a really good step to like put in the cinemas and stuff. Yeah, it's a really good idea.
One of the things that I think was very important leading up to it launching here in the cinemas, and a lot of people are going to go and watch it, it's a conversation of bringing Christian media, whether it's be music or in this case TV shows, to people into platforms like New Metro. Do you think that maybe slowly but surely there's a need that's growing for people saying, hey, we need more Christian media to really blow out in mainstream like what The Chosen has done?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, not everybody likes reading, and that's the only media of the gospel we have. So I think to move it to cinema, to move it to music, to move it to anything, I think it's a great step to spreading the gospel.
No, 100%.
I think The Chosen is saving a lot of lives, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of people who's just been encountered with the message of Christ in watching it. For the rest of the season, what are you hoping, as someone who's a serious fan, what are you hoping to see in the season?
Okay, I mean, it sounds wrong, but I hope to see like what the crucifixion played out.
Yeah.
I mean, that I was waiting for that in season 3. I was like, oh, it's not even happening. But I'm waiting to see that because I really want to see the production, the everything, the storyline is so beautiful. I really want to see it played out in like real life, you know?
Yeah, they really pull you in the way they put it together. Now, before I let you go, I've got some questions to ask you. Answer them as best as you can. There are some wrong answers. I don't know if they are or not. We'll find out. And I'm going to start off with this one. What's your favorite book in the Bible?
Matthew. Acts.
Okay, which verse? And what's your favorite verse, rather? It doesn't have to be from Acts. It's your favorite verse.
Favorite verse, Luke 6, verse 27.
What does it say? Paraphrase is fine. We can take your translation.
Okay, no, but I think I know it.
Okay.
Let me remember. But no, never mind. Let me paraphrase.
Okay. Okay, do what you got to do.
It says that you must just love one another, even those that hate you. You must love them, and you must love even your worst enemies. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, got some questions for you. Is that okay? And don't be intimidated. It's going to be good. You look like you were an A student, so I'm going to do my best. All right. So first things first, your favorite book in the Bible?
It's really hard to say. I lean a bit more towards Psalms, but Proverbs is also highly up there, along with Genesis, and yeah.
And then Revelations and Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, Ephesians, Philippians, Galatians, Corinthians, the whole Bible basically.
Malachi, all the hard ones as well.
All of them, all of Leviticus.
Ruth is my favorite.
You didn't say yes at Leviticus, but it's fine. That's a conversation for another day. All right.
Ruth is my favorite.
What's your favorite verse?
My favorite verse comes from Psalm 121.
What does it say?
I'm going to say it in Afrikaans.
That's 100%.
It's engraved in here. It says, ek slaan my oë op na die berge, waar sal my hulp vandaan kom? Dit kom van die Here wat hemel en aarde gemaak het. And that just calms me down.
It's an absolutely powerful, beautiful, powerful verse. And are you ready? Okay. So first things first, your favorite book in the Bible?
Romans, definitely.
Your favorite verse?
Romans 8, verse, I think 38 to 39. So,
what does it say?
Paraphrasing.
Paraphrase is fine.
Awesome. Nothing can separate you from the love of God.
No height, no depth, no angel, no demon, no nothing. I see it. I hear it. I see it. What's your favorite book in the Bible?
Psalms.
What's your favorite scripture in the Bible?
Psalms 23.
Okay. No, fantastic, bro. Okay, I've got some questions. I'm going to just throw them at you and answer them as best as well. Why are you looking nervous, Jonathan?
I'm a bit nervous.
No. There's no time to be nervous. It's just like random questions. And I'll start it easy. What's your favorite book in the Bible?
My favorite book in the Bible has to be Psalms.
Psalms. Okay. What's a scripture that really means a lot to you?
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Psalm 23. Let's go. Okay. Speaking about same experiences, we're going to go a little bit into the word, and I've got some questions for you. Is that fine?
That's okay.
We'll take it easy. Let's start it easy. What's your favorite book?
In the Bible?
Yeah.
Matthew, because it was the first book I read in the Bible. So.
And your favorite verse?
I love the Beatitudes. Definitely, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God, and blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled.
And I'm going to start off with this one. What's your favorite book in the Bible?
Matthew. Acts.
Acts. Okay, which verse? And what's your favorite verse, rather? It doesn't have to be from Acts. It's your favorite verse.
Luke 6, verse 27.
What does it say? Paraphrase is fine. We can take your translation.
Okay, no, but I think I know it.
Okay.
Let me remember. But no, never mind. Let me paraphrase.
Okay. Okay, do what you got to do.
It says that you must just love one another, even those that hate you. You must love them, and you must love even your worst enemies. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, that's a good one. We're going to have a little bit of fun before we wrap it up. First things first, your favorite book in the Bible? Judges. Ooh. It is. The Old Testament is like a movie. I see why you like The Chosen. Okay, and your favorite verse?
My favorite chapter is Psalm 84.
The whole verse, the whole chapter.
Yes, and I just got a blank now, but it speaks.
Don't worry. I want to ask you to say it word for word. But it speaks about?
It speaks about loving the place of the Lord. Speaks about dwelling near His altar. It speaks about my heart and my flesh crying out to the living God.
Okay, beautiful verse. Okay, go read that chapter. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Don't walk away. So first things first is to find out what's your favorite book in the Bible.
Psalms.
And your favorite verse?
Psalm 91.
And what does it say? You can say it in Afrikaans, it's all right?
Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to give a...
Paraphrase is fine. Yeah, the Beninese translation is fine.
It just says we can... ons kan skuil onder die Here se vlerke en hy gaan ons veilig hou. And that is something that's really, really close to my heart.
Yeah, fantastic. And I think it's such a powerful chapter, actually, the whole of Psalm 91. And let's start nice and easy, right? Who was Ruth's ultimate partner and husband in life?
Boaz.
Oh, everybody knows about Ruth and Boaz, right? Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go for this one. What are the first 5 books in the New Testament?
Matthäus, Marcus, Lucas, Johannes, Handelinge, Romeine.
I told you, A student. She's like giving 6 after I asked for 5, but it's all right. Okay, let's go for this one, though. How many days after Jesus heard about Lazarus passing did he go to call him out of the grave?
Lazarus was dead 3 days before he was risen.
I was worried 3 times. I was like, jeepers, Lazarus went through it.
I think he was mourned 3 times, but he was dead 3 days before he was risen.
Okay. We'll go to get our fact checkers to confirm that one. And one last one. There's a gentleman who had his daughter that was healed in the New Testament by Jesus. What's the gentleman's name?
Now you've got me on the English. It's that guy with the funny hat.
That's a perfect description, actually. That's a brilliant description.
We just did it last week.
Yeah.
And,
okay, I'll give you one last one. There's a man that Jesus saw, and he was saying, "Hey, please come and pray. My servant is ill." And then Jesus says, "Okay," and he's like, "No, don't come. I've got servants. Just send a word." Who was that?
That was the Roman officer.
Oh, come on. I told you. A+ student. Thank you so much for giving us your time, and I hope you enjoy your evening.
It's a big pleasure.
Fantastic. Now, before I let you go, I'm going to do a really random test with you, right? I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and then we're going to do a Old and New Testament test quickly. Okay. What's your favorite book in the Bible?
Ooh, I would say Luke.
What's your favorite verse in the Bible?
Luke 9:23.
What does it say?
It says, pick up your cross daily. And I mean, yeah, that's what I live by. So.
Okay. Pick up your cross daily. Okay, let me quickly do a test with you. I'm going to say random books in the Bible, and I need you to let me know if it's Old or New Testament.
Ooh, okay.
You ready? Okay, here we go. Don't be shy. Okay. Don't be shy. Let's start with the easy one. Matthew.
New Testament.
Okay. Revelation.
New Testament.
Micah.
Old Testament.
Hebrews.
New Testament.
Deuteronomy.
Old Testament.
Zechariah.
Old Testament.
Isaiah.
Old Testament.
Habakkuk.
Old Testament.
Micah.
Old Testament.
Moses.
Is that a book? Is that a book?
I don't know.
Is that a book? It's not a book.
Is it though?
That's not a book.
All right, fantastic. And then I've got some fire questions that I'm trusting that you're going to answer as best as possible. Can we do that? It's a true and false. That's all it is. Okay. So we're going to start easy. Jesus had 3 sisters. True or false?
False.
Okay. The Chosen has... I don't know. You can change your answers. It's up to you. Okay. The Chosen has 7 seasons.
True.
Okay.
Not yet, but it's coming.
Oh, she knows something I don't. She knows something we don't. Okay. Let's carry it on. Let's go with this one. King Saul's son was David.
True or false?
True or false? We don't know.
We don't know yet.
You know. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me, Bernice. Have a fantastic one. Okay, and then I've got some fire questions and you have to answer them as quickly as possible. Is that okay? Yes. There are some wrong answers. That's what I'll say. Okay. But we'll find out which ones they are. Or maybe we don't. Okay, so I'm going to say a couple of questions, true or false, and you have to answer as best as what you can. Don't overthink it. Okay. Just say what comes first to mind. All right, are we good? Okay, here we go. The Bible is split between Old Testament and New Testament. True or false?
True.
The New Testament's first book is Matthew.
True.
Jesus is an only child.
False.
All right, here's another one. The sea that was parted was blue.
It was called the Red Sea, but it probably had blue water.
No.
Was it?
I didn't say anything. I just said, woo. I don't know. I'll give you one last question. Let's go for this one. This is not a true or false. Spell Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy.
I can't even confirm it because I'm not sure myself. Werner, you've been an absolute sport. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. And then I'm going to hit you with like a really random one. You must tell me Old Testament and New Testament. I'm going to hit you with some books. Okay. Let's see how well you remember. I'll go with the easy one. John.
That is New Testament.
Micah.
Old Testament.
Moses.
Not a Bible book.
Okay, you're focused. But before I let you go, we have to do the quick fire question. So you have to answer true or false, right? Okay, yeah. There are right answers and wrong answers. Oh, really? Unfortunately. Okay, let's go for it. Who was the disciple that he says, I am the one that Jesus loves, was Peter? True or false?
True.
All right, and then the book of Revelations is in the middle of the Bible.
No, at the end.
Okay, and the disciples, there was 13 of them.
No, there was 12.
Okay.
Actually, technically 11. Is Jesus one of the 12?
I see what you did there. Okay, here's another one. When you're thinking about the parable that Jesus speaks about the fish and bread, he was speaking about 2 fish and 2 bread. Is that correct?
No, I'm pretty sure it was 2 fish and 3 loaves. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Is she right? Is she wrong? Stay tuned and find out. I'm joking. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm hoping at the end of this you're going to see me still as a peacemaker. Then I'm not disturbing your peace too much after these questions. Okay, I've got some questions. You answer it as best as what you can. Don't feel any pressure, and we'll just see how it goes.
Okay, let's go.
All right, cool. How many years did Rachel's husband have to work before he got her?
Something between 7 and 40, because those are like the magic numbers.
7 and 14, somewhere there. Okay, and 40. 14.
14.
1-4.
Yes.
1-4. Okay, is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Okay, we'll find out. We'll send it to the auditors to confirm it. Okay, here's another one. We'll take it nice and easy. Who are called the sons of thunder?
I was gonna say James and James and John.
Okay. We'll find out. James and John. Okay. Let me give you another one. How's about this one? When King Saul, to be specific, when David went to him to say he's going to go fight Goliath, true or false? Did he try give him his armor to fight with when he goes against Goliath?
True.
Okay. I see you're still warming up there. You're feeling good. Okay. Let's bring it to the New Testament and talk about Saul. What happened to him before he heard the voice of God that suddenly made him feel like, yay, something's going on here?
He almost died. That's what I for sure happened. I think an angel appeared to him and struck him down, and then catching the drift.
Catching the drift. I'm catching the drift. We're gonna find out with the fact checkers. Okay, and then last one. I'm gonna give you one last one. Who was the lady who went to the tomb first and found out that he's not there?
Okay, Mary Magdalene, Salome, and other Mary.
And the other Mary.
Yeah.
Mary.
Yeah.
Oh, you like those two sisters.
Mary Magdalene and Salome.
Fantastic. You've been a great sport. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, eh? Super. And just like that, we've wrapped up the official premiere of season 4 of The Chosen. If you get a chance, you want to make sure that you go out to any new metro nationwide, go and book your ticket to watch season 4 of The Chosen. It's a beautiful story that it's telling of the life of Jesus through the eyes of those that really got to see him. And I think this season is going to be one of those ones that's going to really move something in our hearts as the pressure starts to mount. So go on to New Metro, go check it out during this Easter weekend, and I think you'll be blessed by it. And what's even more, invite a friend, pull them over, let them come through and join us. And be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms. That's at Impact 103.